looking like a pretty smooth commute home. Tonight, Harrison Ford is in town to walk the red carpet inside the AMC theaters to promote his new movie, Extraordinary Measures. Our Leanne Trotter is on the scene with a preview with what I'm guessing will be a star-studded event, Leanne.
Yes, well, Harrison Ford stars in it, and not only that, he executive produced this movie. In fact, this movie wouldn't have even happened without him reading the article about it and also the book about this true story. And as you can see, people already lined up here to catch a glimpse and hopefully get an autograph from Harrison Ford, who will be here at the AMC theaters to walk the red carpet and talk to reporters. Back to you. All
right, Leanne, thank you. Well, that will wrap things up for us here at 4:30. I will be joining Nicole next at 5, and she's here now with a preview. Hey, Nicole.
Thanks, Matt. Up next here in our news at 5 o'clock. Are your holiday lights still up? One suburb is cracking down. There are airports that are a fraction of the size of O'Hare, so why are they getting so much stimulus money? Then see what caused a frightening day at 2 beauty salons. And Mark McGuire fesses up about steroids. So who's next? What some say Sammy is now in the hot seat. News 6 at 5 starts now.
Now, this is News 6 at 5 in high definition.
First at 5, a 53-year-old man is shot and killed by Franklin Park police while still inside his car. Tonight, police say it was justified. Witnesses say something else. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Nicole Marks.
And I'm Matt Whitney in for Carmela Mofisi. It all began around 7 last night when police say they tried to stop the man from driving erratically. He allegedly led them on a slow-speed chase through Franklin Park. Finally, police drew their weapons. News 6's Natalie Martinez explains on what happened next.
The slow-speed chase through the western suburbs could have ended, but at least this witness thinks police acted much too forcefully.
Kind of makes me worry, you know. I mean, you make a little of this move now and cops could shoot you.
And police tell us the suspect has served 5 times in jail for driving without a revoked license and got 5 years for a DUI, 4 years in the Department of Corrections for aggravated fleeing and eluding police. That officer who was shot in the incident is still being treated for his injuries.
Now a look at other top stories that we are following today, including new revelations that the Burr Oak Cemetery may be way over capacity. A new study by the Cook County Sheriff finds thousands more people may be buried at the historic cemetery than previously thought, and that the practice of stacking caskets on top of each other or simply discarding remains is more common there than anyone suspected. We'll have more on this story when you join us tonight at 6.
First Lady Maggie Daley is expected to be leaving Northwestern Memorial Hospital at any moment now. Mrs. Daley was said to be suffering flu-like symptoms and was given fluids and medicine for nausea. She is battling cancer, and her doctors say she is undergoing a new chemotherapy treatment.
Also today, Conan O'Brien takes a stand. He says he won't do The Tonight Show if it follows Jay Leno's half-hour comedy show. Conan says delaying The Tonight Show will seriously damage what he considers to be the greatest franchise in the history of broadcasting. In a statement, Conan says, "The Tonight Show at 12:05 simply isn't The Tonight Show. I cannot participate in what I honestly believe is its destruction."
Tonight, owners and customers in Chicago beauty salons are being put on alert. Armed gunmen have targeted salons in the Brighton Park and Gage Park neighborhoods, demanding money and jewelry from everyone inside. News 6's Christian Farr has the details.
Say, hey, don't do it, papi, don't do it.
Jose Luis Zavala helped to try and find this suspect. If you know anything, you should give Area 1 detectives a call at 312-747-8382. In Brighton Park, Christian Farr.
Jose also said this is the first time he has left his salon door unlocked. He usually keeps it locked, and he only locks it to let customers in. Again, the number Christian mentioned for tips to Area 1 police detectives is 312-747-8382. Other news now, a local labor agent gets busted accused of shoplifting on Chicago's Mag Mile. Police say 63-year-old Paul Mazurek was caught leaving the Ralph Lauren store with a leather purse worth nearly $2,400. Mazurek is a business agent for the Liquor and Ally Workers Union Local 3. Police say he has 3 prior convictions for theft and 1 for armed robbery.
Now to Decision 2010 and the battle to fill President Barack Obama's old U.S. Senate seat. The primary is just 3 weeks away, and State Treasurer Alexi Giannoulias is holding a slight lead in the polls. He has plenty of competition. News 6 political reporter Marian Ahern takes a look.
Once he was elected president, Democrats in Illinois began vying for what was the reason he's running. Meister supports adding troops in Afghanistan, but wants a timeline for their withdrawal.
Whoever wins the Democratic nomination will no doubt find that this race will be part of the national spotlight because of the previous office holder being President Barack Obama. Also, the polls now label this race a toss-up in November, say that either party could win.
Now, the Chicago Tribune today announced its endorsements for the Senate. The Tribune backs David Hoffman for the Democrats and calls him the rare public official in Illinois to publicly confront Mayor Daley about corruption in his administration. And on the Republican side, Mark Kirk gets the nod. The Tribune calls him extraordinarily effective and fiscally responsible. The editorial also cites Kirk's experience as a Navy reservist and his grasp on defense and veteran issues.
Well, up next, steroids and baseball are back in the headlines, and it's not over yet.
And now that Mark McGwire has come clean, everyone wants to know if Slammin' Sammy Sosa is next. Stick around to hear what Sammy thinks about the latest steroid confession.
Today is January 12th. Are your holiday lights still up? If you live in one suburb, it could cost you.
And you're taking a look at Pinpoint Radar. As you can see, there is nothing on the map. But will it stay like that? And could there be a warming trend in our future? Your weather forecast is coming up later.
News 6 at 5 continues with Nicole Marks and Carmela Malfisi. Now, you're watching News 6 at 5 in high definition.
The 2-1. Swung on, there she goes! Number 62! Move over, Big Mac, you got company!
It was the summer that brought baseball back. The 1998 home run chase between Mark McGwire and the Cubs' Sammy Sosa. Mark McGwire's admission that he used steroids in the 1990s may not have come as a surprise.
But now that he has made his secret public, the attention has now turned to the other man that home run battled the Chicago Cubs, Sammy Sosa.
Well, Sammy Sosa will forever be linked to Mark McGwire for that magical 1998 home run-filled season that revived Major League Baseball and captured America's attention. But right now, he wants nothing to do with Mark McGwire's confession.
Sosa's long been a supporter for McGwire, calling him a future Hall of Famer. But as you recall, in the 2005 congressional hearing, he's criticized McGwire's testimony, saying McGwire could have been more prepared. Back then, Sosa, through his attorneys, said that he had never taken illegal performance-enhancing drugs and that Sosa was clean. But since those hearings in 2005, the New York Times has reported that this past summer, the summer of 2009, that Sosa did test positive for performance-enhancing drugs in 2003, which was the same season that the infamous cork bat. Once again, Sosa had no comment over the summer.
And right now you have to wonder what Sosa is thinking. He wants to be in baseball's Hall of Fame. In fact, he told ESPN Deportes recently that he would, quote, calmly wait for his induction as if it wouldn't be a question. Sosa could get a big dose of reality when he becomes eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2013, which is only 3 years away. You have to be out of baseball 5 years in order to be eligible for that.
You would have to believe that if Sammy Sosa has something to say, like, now would be the time to say it.
Yeah, and you mean, you know, if in fact he's guilty, he may not be. I don't want to cast guilt upon anyone, but they just get caught up upon layers upon layers upon layers upon lies.
Yes.
And if he's going to confess, if any of the players back from that 2003 report want to confess, why not? McGwire's already stole the limelight. Come out now. This would be a perfect time.
Exactly.
But Sosa said he has repeatedly said that he is clean, so we'll have to keep an eye on the situation.
All right, very interesting situation.
Yeah, it is.
Well, what college is the best value for your money? We'll have the list just ahead.
And they are tiny airports, but they are getting big-time stimulus cash. Are they money makers or are they money pits?
And they are called Cooler Cruises. Find out why the anchor is about to drop.